Hey, good morning guys. Welcome to the Woodsman School's new property. Figured I'd take an opportunity today to show you guys around. Shot some footage of the house, the log cabin, as well as the garage. Right now we're up on the second floor bonus room of the garage, which is going to be a temporary inclement weather classroom for the time being, till I can get a cabin built out back that will serve that purpose. So, been pretty busy. I apologize for not shooting many videos as of late. We're busy, closing on the house and the property and moving up here and getting settled in and whatnot. And for the past week I've been doing most of that, some yard work, some hunting. I set 5 traps out 2 days ago. No luck in them yet, although I did have one set messed with. It actually looked like a cat track, so my guess is either bobcat or lynx. There are lynx in the area, but no luck there yet. So again, up in the garage, temporary inclement weather classroom. We're going to head outside. I'll show you guys a little bit of the 40 acres. I'm not going to walk the whole thing with you, but give you a few different shots, show you kind of what's going on, the scheme of things out there. I'll grab the camera right now, give you a quick look around inside the classroom up here, and we'll head outside. Alright, so this is coming up the stairs. See all post and beam type construction, just absolutely beautiful. Got some stuff over there, some piping for the wood stoves. I got a couple of those in the basement of the house. Some Christmas lights over there. Some weather stripping and some extra lumber. Looks like the boards that finish this off. Not too bad up here for a temporary classroom anyways. Not sure what it's going to be after that. I think the wife's pretty much claimed this as the woman room or the woman cave. So I got 40 acres to go play on, so maybe set her up with a gym up here at some point. Alright, let's head outside. Alright, so this is looking directly behind the garage, which runs parallel with the street that we live on. I'm not sure how good you guys can see this stuff on camera, but just out in front of you, it drops down. A pretty good little valley right there. There's a ridge line that runs up back there. I think you can see that it starts going uphill there. We own all that. Spin the camera. This is heading straight back out onto the 40. Now we'll go show you the trailhead just down and back of the house. It's probably, I don't know, 30 yards from the back side of the house. Heads on out into the woods there. So let's go check that out. This is just on our way. Picked up the new Jeep. I believe it was in June. Right towards the end of June, I guess. Traded in the Tahoe for that. Thinking I probably made a mistake. I love the Jeep, don't get me wrong. I bought it just like you see it. So the big rims and tires, 3-inch lift kit, got the winch in the front, off-road front and rear bumpers. It's got the side rockers there, soft top. Pretty high speed Jeep. Like I said, I love it. Probably made a mistake. Might end up getting rid of that at some point, picking up a pickup truck with a plow, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's get to the trail. Alright, so just off the road here, there's a couple pull-ins right where we're sitting that used to be part of the driveway. You can see in the right hand side of the screen there's a grapevine right there. Looking this way, dead center of the screen is a pear tree. Just behind that is 2 apple trees. And then just to the left, pretty thick stand of Japanese knotweed. Pretty good resource right there. So this basically a huge food lotter right there for all kinds of animals. I had my third day up here. We closed on the house a week ago Friday, so on Veterans Day I had about 30 turkeys in there. That same trailhead was still right at the beginning of it here. I'm gonna pick the camera up and walk a little bit, so I apologize for any shaking. Old shed back here. I got some big plans for this area. I'm gonna clean some of this up. Right here you can see the stone wall in the back. I'm gonna enclose all this, kind of set up a corral here. My plan is a couple goats, probably a dozen chickens, handful or so of rabbits, maybe a couple turkeys, we'll see, and then possibly a couple pigs. Found my new favorite store. Is just down the road, probably 5-minute drive. It's a big grain store, and they sell it all, you know, all kind of livestock, pretty much whatever you want. So that's the intent for this area. Got some cleaning up to do, some setting up before I can start getting any of the animals, so quite a bit to do still. I'm not sure, again, you guys can see this on camera or not, but when I first came up to look at the property, all this stuff was still green. Again, it's the Japanese knotweed, and really thick. Couldn't barely see in there. Now that it's thinned out some from the season change, you can see right in there, and I can see deer runs right through this stuff from the backside right up towards the road, which right on the other side of this I just showed you guys that apple tree, or 2 apple trees and a pear tree, so you can see they're coming right up through there. Another game trail right here. I'd be willing to bet it's mainly deer coming out right here. Again, this is right behind that Japanese knotweed. I could see a pole right there. Got some power lines. It's not a main power line, but there are, you know, a set of power lines running through the property here. This was just an access road they made to maintain that. And just over here it drops back down into some wetlands. It's a big piece of wetlands, but it's only a small portion of it that's actually on my 40. Keep walking the trail here. When I shot that quick piece from behind the garage there, told you guys about that dip, that small little valley. That's it right here, right out in front of you. Garage is up there on the hill, so that drops down and goes back up. Kind of rolling hills as you get out that way. Same here, this is all heading uphill there. Part of that wetland area. Filled with resources out here as far as trees go. Got a pretty good selection of them. There's some white birch there. Actually got 3 white birch and a yellow birch all together right there on a small beach. Plenty of pines mixed in as well. Got another stand of white birch just ahead there, semi-screen. Trail off to the right here. Looks like they just pushed it in. And then a game trail runs right down the center of it. That's actually where I've had my tree stand set up, down in there by the just on the corner of the wetlands, and this is kind of like a little knoll. It drops back down there, comes back up, and behind that all goes uphill. So a couple small rolling little hills here, main trail, then it drops down into that wetland. And my first afternoon hunting, which was opening day, was Wednesday. I was just sitting on the ground. All my tree stands are in mass still. I gotta grab those. But I was sitting on the ground right where that tree's leaning there. I had a buck bag me within the first 10 minutes I was out here. Go figure. Spin around here. Another part of what could be a logging type road, I guess, that kind of goes up the hill and cuts to the right back there. Alright, so this is the main trail we're coming up. Just off to the left up here. Probably, I don't know, 300 to 500 meters from the house, I'm guessing. When the property was listed, they listed this as a meadow. Big green. Some sort of tank over there. A few tires. Nice of them to leave. Bunch of wood down right there. Big old white birch, 2 of them. Quite a bit of pines. So my intent for the meadow area, or at least my first thought on this, was this is where the cabin's going. Most of the classroom instruction at the school will be held here. Once I get the cabin built, I'll be shooting some videos out of that, the Mountain Man series as well. But this, I'm thinking, is going to be the main classroom area. Then my second thought to that was, don't build that here. And maybe in a year or two, depending on how things go financially, thinking about possibly turning this into a food plot, which is also a very good option. But we'll see what happens. And you can see up here is another logging type road, heads up right here and goes out back as well. There's several running through here, just not really cleared. A couple of them just have trees pushed over, you know, the width of a skidder or something like that. But again, plenty of resources up in here for sure. Trash pile. Front fender of an old truck or something. Alright, so here again, back out on the main trail. Got the power lines there again. Heading on back there, we'll head up that way a little bit. This is that knoll I was talking about. It kind of runs over here and goes back downhill. And you get a big dig out right here, which is part of that wetlands. And you can see up here, apologize for that sun, was that main trail that I take back to, I got a tree stand back in there. And back on the power lines, far as you can see. Now if you walk this thing all the way to the end, there is a roadway on the other side. I'm not sure how far it is, a mile or 2 maybe. But again, this is all part of my 40. At least up, there's a stone wall that kind of runs the back side of the property all the way up, and then it cuts over that way in a big square. I'll show you guys a outline of that here in a minute. Show you the surveyed footprint. It's an older one. I want to have this all resurveyed and marked out, just so I'm absolutely positive of what's mine. I got a bunch of beech in there. So you can see all the trees down in there. I just pushed over a couple big birch trees cut down there. big oak right here. And some little hills just goes over there and back up. So there's the outlined footprint of the property there. The house is somewhere hereabouts. And that power lines run through here this way. So that stone wall way in the back is that. This is actually all stone wall, the whole back side. So pretty decent chunk of land. Has some that first one is a proposed road that I was told is never going to be put in. Everybody voted against it. And then got 5 neighbors up the street from me. I can't even see any of these houses. There is 2 houses across the street from me that are fairly close, so I'm not totally alone out here, which wouldn't hurt my feelings either, but that's it. This is the outline. Now that's 50 acres adjoining the property this way. That there's a house, you know, further down the street towards the main road, which is Route 16. That's actually for sale. And then on the back sides over here, I mean, this is all woods. Zoom back out for you guys. All this is all woods. So pretty big area to play on. I just met a neighbor this morning, lives in the last house on the right on the street. Have permission to use his property as well. So yeah, pretty big area to play in. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this quick one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I figured I'd take an opportunity and show you guys around, show you, you know, the new stuff here at the Woodsman School, some of the property and what I got going on up here. I apologize again for the lack of videos. I've been, you know, busy moving up here and all that stuff. Yard work, unpacking, that whole deal. So any free time I had, you know, I just done a little bit of hunting. Went out, shot a couple squirrel this morning. Didn't do the deer hunting thing today yet. Probably this afternoon I'll do that. But you know, kind of a pain in the tail to drag the camera around all the time. So I figured I'd enjoy a little bit of free time that I had, do some hunting and whatnot. So hopefully we'll be getting to some videos a little more frequently moving forward here, now that I'm pretty much all settled in, and looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. So again, thanks for joining me for this one. Appreciate your views, comments, and support as always. And until the next one, take care.